Alright guys, I'm doing just a quick update of my fish room. I haven't done an update in a long time. I pulled everything out of here. I used to have 329s, 220s, 240s, 255s, and a 75 in here. 10 tanks. I'm down to 8, well actually 7 right now. I still have a 75 I have to move in here, but what I've done is I went to 440 breeders. Some mix of fish in there, some OBs I'm going to breed out. Down there some Machanga and some, oh I'm sorry, not Machanga, those are Ethawini and Melodo fry. And these are my blackfin Lathrinops group growing out, and some babies. My Melodo with his 5 wild-caught females. He's an F1. And those are all Ethawini down there growing out. Over here, we have a 55 with Lawandas and Machangas, all good size. Some actually a holding Lawanda female in there. A couple Electras in there as well, and maybe a couple Ethawinis. So what I've got going on is this is a 55. There'll be a 75 down here, and 2 55s here. So I have 8 tanks. It'll be 400 gallons on the nose. So, but what I did is I put a pump in every tank, and I plugged the pumps in pairs, so I can run 2 pumps at a time through this 1.5-inch pipe. As you can see here, those are the drains plumbed in, and each it's 1/2-inch PVC plumbing. And you can see I got one capped off with that rubber hose right there that I don't have the 75 hooked up yet. I did run into a little problem in that corner right there. The straight pipe going into this top 40 breeder. If I run all 4 pumps from the left 4 tanks, it'll actually start to back feed up to that corner and start putting water into this tank. So the 1.5-inch PVC just doesn't have enough flow to handle the 4 pumps running at once. So what I'm going to do is put a check valve on that particular one there, and just only run 2 pumps, just to make sure. I don't want to back feed water into this tank, or you know, because I want to be able to walk away from it and do other stuff, because the pumps will only drain down as far as, you know, about halfway to 60% water changes. But what I did is over here, got a handy dandy label maker for Christmas. So the 50-gallon rack is on that switch, and the 40 breeder rack for this side is on that switch. So I can just flip the switches and they'll drain the tanks down. A lot of people just run overflows and then drip systems, stuff like that, but I didn't really want to drill my tanks, and a lot of my tanks actually have the label on the bottom saying all panels are tempered, so I couldn't drill them. I didn't want to buy more tanks, so I went this way. I got these 8 pumps. The top pumps are smaller than the bottom pumps because the bottom pumps need larger for head height. So I got all these pumps, all 8, for $100 off eBay. You can get them on Amazon too. They have ceramic shafts in them. They come apart. You can put filter media in the front if you're afraid of sucking up fry and stuff like that. The one problem with them is they are actually metric fittings, so you can't just thread any old piece of 1/2-inch PVC, you know, into them. So as you can see, I had to make a adapter, kind of a jalopy adapter, and the tanks, painting the tanks blue kind of hides the pump a little bit. They're a little unsightly, but they make my life a lot easier. So I've actually done water changes on these 4 tanks this morning, and now that my hot water heater is warmed back up and my wife is getting ready for work, so I didn't run all the hot water out on her. I'm going to flip the switches and I'm going to run these 3. I haven't run them yet, so if water starts going everywhere, you guys are going to see it firsthand. So right now these 2 are running, and this tank is running as well. So you might be able to hear that. You might not over the air pump and stuff, but I do have this pump's running right here. So, and this is running fast. These ones that are really close are cranking. The ones on the bottom are a little slower because they've got about 4 feet of head height. And of course this one's moving too, but you can see the water's coming out of the tanks. They're getting lower. But yeah, that's what I've got going on. I'm going to pay attention to this, so I'm going to cut the video short. But the fish room's been updated a lot. The only other thing I have left to do is I'm going to actually plumb water into here, put a mixing valve in, and have water, an outlet at every tank, so I can just open the valve, have one main line coming in, and refill tanks at the same time. And then I'll just have to dose accordingly, because I don't have room for a big stock tank to batch all my water ahead of time. So it's getting easier, but it's still, you know, a little bit of work. So that's what I got going on, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And thanks for watching.